Hello and good morning all of you. I am Mrs. Neeta Rathore and I welcome you all to our English class. So this is the first time that we are meeting in the month of July and this is the second week. And in the second week we have decided to take a grammar topic for you, and that is pronouns. Earlier we had already taken nouns and articles also. Now this is the third topic, that is pronouns. Now it's a request to all of you that you all must open your book in front of you. Open this page number pronoun, and you must also have a pencil in your hand, okay? Because whenever you are writing in the book, you should write with pencil, not with pen. You can jot down all the things which I am writing here on the board during the explanation. Okay, it will be very important for you, so that when the teacher is not near you or you are not seeing this video, even by looking at the book you will be able to understand. Okay, so please open your books and sit in front of the class now. Thank you. Now, moving further, it's very important for you to understand these two questions. What is pronoun and why should we use pronoun? Now, first let us, instead of this, what is pronoun? So what is pronoun? Pro plus noun. Pro means for a noun, and noun means whatever word that you use in place of noun, that is called pronouns. Okay? And why should we use pronoun? What is the need for us to use pronoun? Have you heard anyone saying, or if I say like this, like Ram is a good boy, Ram always goes to school, Ram comes first in class, Ram really is very hard working, Ram is a good player also. Again and again, if I am repeating the word Ram, it looks very odd, and that is why in place of that Ram, we are using some other different words also. Like Ram is a good boy, he always goes to school on time, he is very studious, his sister is really very beautiful, even she is. So all these, his sister or Ram, he, all these words are pronouns. Why? Because we are using in place of noun. That is why we call them pronouns. And why should we use pronouns? Because every time we cannot take the name of the person or nouns. That is why we are using pronouns. And what is pronoun? Pro plus noun is pronoun, means for a noun. The meaning of pronoun is for a noun. So the words which are used in place of nouns are called pronouns. Now there is another question for you, is what is antecedent? On the first page of your grammar book you have to understand what is antecedent also. Now see, this is the example which is given in your book, is that Rabindranath Tagore was a great admirer of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. The love and admiration between them was mutual. Now here there are two nouns. So let us underline the word nouns. I am underlining. This is noun Rabindranath Tagore, name of personality. Okay. Second, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So this is first noun and this is second noun. So there are two nouns. Okay. The love and admiration between them. Now them, more than one. That means Rabindranath Tagore and Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So them stands for Rabindranath Tagore and Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So Rabindranath Tagore and Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, these two words are the antecedents of them, this word them. Why? Because them is the word which is replacing them. Rabindranath Tagore and Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Okay, that is why them, these both the nouns are the antecedent of them. Okay, thank you. So now coming to the types of pronouns. We have 8 types of pronouns here. Personal pronoun, again there are 3: first person, second person, third person. That will come later. possessive pronoun, demonstrative, interrogative, reflexive pronoun, relative pronoun, distributive pronoun, indefinite pronoun. I hope you must have seen in your book also. So there are 8 types of pronouns. Now one by one we can take up the pronouns. Now let us first understand the first, personal pronoun. Now personal pronoun are again of 2 types, subjective and objective. So there are 2 types. One is subjective and the other is objective. In a sentence, you will find subject also and object also. So the noun which does the pronoun which does the work of subject, that is subjective pronoun, and the pronouns which do the work of objects, they are objective pronoun. For example, here you can see, like in your book it's giving this example, Shantanu and Soma are friends. Now here, Shantanu and Soma, what is this? They are subject. Okay, we are talking in this sentence, no this one. Only in this sentence, what is the subject? Shantanu and Soma are subjects. Okay, are friends. What are friends? This is object. Okay, so objective. Now this is proper noun obviously. Okay, and so we are talking about pronouns. Now see here, he likes her very much. Now he here stands for Shantanu. Okay, he stands here for, this is for Shantanu. So in this sentence, he likes her very much. Now we are talking about Shantanu and he is the pronoun which is replacing Shantanu. So this is subject here. So subjective pronoun. Okay. Now coming to this, he likes her very much. What is her? Replacing Soma. Okay, her. So this is objective here. She is also very fond of him. Now here she stands for Soma, isn't it? So this is subjective here, because only in this sentence, you see, this is subjective, and only in this sentence, till here, from here to here, this is subjective. Okay, and this is objective. Whereas here, she is also very fond of him. Now what is him? This is objective. Understood? So subjective and objective pronouns. Now let us understand better through this table the personal pronoun. I told you personal pronoun in the form of subjective and objective also, and even first person, second person, third person also. Okay, and your gender also in forms of number also. So you need to understand this whole table in order to understand personal pronoun in a better way. So let's start. Now see, here it's a table drawn here. Here it's first person, second person, third person. First person is like when I am speaking to you, so I am the first person. To the person whom I am speaking to is the second person. And the third person, when we both are talking of the third, somewhere the person who is not here and we are talking about somebody else, that is the third person. So first person, second person and the third person. Okay, so these are the three persons. Now number. Numbers are singular number and plural number. So that is singular and plural. Gender. There are three genders: masculine, feminine and neuter gender. So in first person, I. Okay. So I, these are all subjective. Why subjective? Because in the beginning of the sentence, whenever we are beginning a sentence, I will come in the beginning only, whereas me will come in the end. Like I will do my homework. So I is coming in the beginning. I cannot say can you please give me your book. I cannot say can you please give I your book? So no, me will come in the end and I will come in the beginning. So I is subjective and me always objective. So subjective and objective, this you have to understand. Subjective and objective. Subjective and objective in singular number, subjective and objective in plural number. So I will always come in the beginning, me will come at the end. In plural, we will come in the beginning, like we are doing our homework. I cannot say us are doing our homework, no. Okay, give it to us. So us will always come in the end. So this is objective. In the second person, you is always common. Okay, like for a girl also you can use you, for a boy also we can say you, and even for the whole class, like you children are very naughty. So for the plural also I am using you, and for singular also I am using you. So that is why I say you is all common. And even your, y-o-u-r, that is possessive pronoun, but possessive in the possessive case, but then also even that is you can use for male, female, and for singular, plural, your also. Okay. Now third person pronoun. He will come in subjective and him will come in the objective. Like he will come in the beginning of the sentence and him, like he gave a book to him. I cannot say he gave a book to he. No. Okay. So he will come in beginning, him. She and her. Now in the third person you won't have in singular, you don't have anything in third person. Whereas in plural we have third person, like they are very naughty. Okay, and them also in objective case. So for they, like they are doing their homework, or you can give them books. So them will come in the end. So and it, you can see it is in, to use it for non-living thing or animals. So that is why here male, there is no masculine gender, no feminine gender, it is only neuter gender. Why? Because we are using it for non-living thing and animals. That is why it is here neuter gender. Okay, and rest you can see for masculine. So if you look at your book and try to understand this table, it's very easy for you to understand.